De volta, continuar por essa. You need help. Good luck.
The train blocked my way forward, but it was here for a reason. It had a role to play.
Bem descarrilado. Mas... Onde? Onde então? Não tem nada aqui. Não entendi.
I had found another compelling location to use.
Primeiro vamos... Trancado. Não tem como passar. Então...
Hello? Anyone there? Dead.
Tá, não tem muito mais coisa pra ver aqui. Só sei aqui pra trás? Não.
I had to keep working on the story.
Porra. Que merda, irmão. Apareceram do nada, velho. Tá. Do agente eu não achei muita coisa, não. Além do radinho. Desse machado.
This will move the story forward. The cult poured the gasoline over the train car. An iron cage that would soon become a coffin.
Vamos ver pra cá. Não, aqui embaixo não. Aqui pra trás. Sai fora. Vamos continuar então. Eu já peguei, tinha que pegar. Ficando sem paciência já pra vocês. Nada.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists tracked down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They locked the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, doused it in gasoline. Yeah.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire still roams the tunnels searching for new victims to devour.
There are no happy endings in this city.
The story thread felt important. I could use it in one of the scenes I'd found. This new plot beat would carry me deeper into the story.
Calma aí, ela. Trancado, beleza.
plot changes shaped the world around me.
Delicinha.
It could not be opened on this side.
Portadores da tocha.
A sick and twisted story. But it worked. The subway car had become a burnt husk. I could get through it now.
Vamos lá. Oh. Nossa, pesada, hein, jogo? Caramba, deixar as pessoas dentro.
None of this was real. It was all real. Fuck me.
Mas por mais que não seja real, é um bagulho meio... né? Meio punk de se ver.
I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene.
Aqui. Agora ele tá aberto, pelo menos. Tá, continua aberto, ótimo. Pensei que podia conseguir alguma coisa. Acho que não. E agora só portadores da tocha vai trazer alguma coisa.
This was dark, but the story had to be dark.
Ok. Que jogo? Maravilha! Porra. Tem uma penca, hein? Eu tô aqui pra nada, correndo riscos. Com água.
My path was blocked. I had to find a way through. The lights would help me.
Ok. Caixa. Peraí. Bem, não tem nada nesses armários. Aqui. Salvar, né? Pô, legal, curti. Puzzlezinho, pô. Initiation. Foi o que eu perdi? Ah, entendi agora. Uhum. Rapaz, como assim? E agora, irmão? Que não tem um. Você precisa dos dois. Scratch. Rapaz, aqui. É isso, talvez. Não tô entendendo. Entendi. Nossa, isso foi bem complexo. Caramba. Tá, aqui não tem nada. Provavelmente o negócio é pra lá. Que isso?
The echoing hall had a story to tell.
Missão, bom. Mais baterias, ótimo. Calma, calma.
I had a new location for the story.
On to write. E o Alan vai escrevendo, azar. quadro.
Changing a plot element in a scene without being there was impossible.
Besteira. Tem mais uma coisa? Acho que não, né? Pelo jeito, não.
The plot changed the details of the world.
Aqui tá fechado. Tá, então talvez não seja os portadores da tocha.
The hole had changed into the murder cult's hideout. Achei inspiração na estação de metrô. Peraí. Lá.
The Fed had witnessed something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural event or the mass psychosis of stark raving lunatics, it didn't change the facts. The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
The ritual was a vital part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site. The cultists were close now, a dark presence rising from the depths. I had a new idea, a new story thread. Something like a horror story, but I have to keep going.
Ok. Tá como completo ritual. Aceita praticar os seus rituais. Tá como completo ritual, brother. Ei, chega. Não era isso. Quero botar alguém no meio. Ah. Nem era. Peraí. Eu não faço ideia se é pra vir pra cá ou não. Sei lá. Não sei se eu completei o ritual. Tá. Aqui.
Turns out the cultists weren't the only ones using the tunnels. Hidden graffiti signs marked secret routes. I kept hearing whispers around burn barrels of an underground society of mystic outsiders with hidden knowledge. Typical New York.
Tipo, eu não faço ideia pra onde ir, irmão. Merda. Que é isso? Engraçado que eles não querem que eu escreva, né? Fui pro lado errado ainda, ei, maravilha. Ainda tô com o sinalizador ótimo.
Turns out the cultists weren't the only ones using the tunnels. Hidden graffiti signs marked secret routes. I kept hearing whispers around burn barrels of an underground society of mystic outsiders with hidden knowledge. Typical New York.
Ai, merda. Vamos, Alan, corre. Tá, vamos lá. Tá. Não faço ideia pra onde eu tô indo, acho que tô voltando. (51) Tá. Last. Pra cá que eu deveria vir. Talvez sim, talvez não. Não me lembro disso. Ou lembro. Tá indo pro lado certo? Acho que não. Porra, eu voltei tudo. Tá.
I had a new beat for the story. I had to be at the scene to see and understand it in order to change it. The story was taking shape.
Tá, então tá certo? Eu sinceramente não faço dessa, certo? Pega essa luzinha. Túnel desabado. Tá, túnel desabado aqui embaixo. Putz, não faço ideia. Cara, tô perdida. Aqui, né? Tudo desabada pra cá. É.
Knowledge. Torchbearers painted the tree there. The tree of knowledge. The tree of life with its roots reaching down to hell. It could have been a Christmas tree for all the good it did him.
Tá, eu vou aproveitar e vou salvar. Eu acho que é por aqui o rolê. Tinha sala de save mesmo? Ah, foda-se. Fazer bagulho. Será que era aqui? Não, não era aqui não.
The dark presence. Fuck!
Corre, Alan. Nem vi que o negócio tá pedindo pra coisar.
I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone.
Que pau dá. Que pau. Ah. Agora tá aberto. Vamos pra lá então.
The tunnel was open now. I could get through.
Vamos, Alan. Corre, Alan. Tu continua lento pra correr, hein, brother.
The dark presence. I had seen it before. I remembered now. It was always out there. Haunting me.
Eu lembro dessa parada desde o primeiro. Só que agora tá mais presente, tá? No jogo.
I had found the murder site. Somehow the victim's heart was the key. Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI. We can't hear you.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Not Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I had lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
consigo parar.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
Então essa é a coisa que você tá falando?
Felt it. Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
Profundo. Tá. Que isso? Aqui.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
The key. Art is the key to find my way out of the dark place. Don't you fucking forget this. I'm in the dark place. I'm outside time and space. Outside reality. This is real. A nightmare dimension. An ocean of darkness. Remember, its dark energy can make art come true. Make dreams and nightmares come true. Yes, I can use this. I need to use this. Hungry, monstrous things out there, plotting to stop me, to devour me, become me. Oh no.
Ok.
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape. The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Aqui.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did. I...
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
Scratch.
The writer. Maybe he he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Isso tá ficando mais estranho.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
Provavelmente.
This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
Você andou pra alguém,
video
velho?
camera. No memory card inside.
Precisamos de um cartão de memória, então. Vamos ver aqui primeiro. Parte 1.
Part 1. What was Alice working on?
Art Doc. Screen Smooth. Ponto focal no lugar.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. Easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why? I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Bugou de novo o áudio. Mas agora vai ser o final. Porra, foi muita coisa. Nossa, a parte me pegou mesmo. Tá maluco.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place. It's like New York, but it's not New York. It can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the dark place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the dark place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Mr. Wake, Alan, we've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
Sim, importa coisa demais isso.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult. The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance? Right.
Justa posição. Tem esse aqui ainda. Meu amigo. Muita coisa. Tá maluco. Mas então é isso aí. Tá, depois como pergunta, deu? Deu pra hoje. Tá maluco. 3, 1. 4, 3, 1. Não é 4, 1. 2 exclamações. Poxa. Ah. Isso não tá pequeno. Beleza, é isso. Só vem, né? Só vem. É isso aí.